show up again throughout this chapter. It's this idea that God shows up and does the amazing in spite of. In spite of what we might be going through. In spite of what we might be feeling. In spite of our, again, emotional just hits and our fears, and in spite of our hurts, and in spite of our pains. That God is a God who works not only through unlikely people, listen, but God is a God who works even in the most unlikely moments of our lives. In the most unlikely moments of our lives. During the most unlikely, I'll say even unwanted circumstances that we might face. Believe me, I'm just like you. I don't like going through loss. It always boggles my mind as the Apostle Paul will talk about these things, producing perseverance and then character and all that. And I'm like, are you serious, Paul? Are you serious that this is what tribulations do for you? But that's what begins to happen as you're able to finally look back, step back, be able to see if we could only, even from God's perspective on things. I don't like going through any of these things, pain, loss. When one of my kids gets hurt in a moment, or even Kimmy called me, even if I could share just real quickly. She called me the other week, and all of a sudden I'm like, are you okay? And you know what? Hit the black ice. On foot, not on the car. On foot. I'm not sure, maybe the car would have been better. Hit it coming out of the meeting, boom, right down, right back, hit the back of her head. That night, on a night coming out of a meeting for herself and work related. And so, next thing I know is I'm going and trying to figure out with her and others in the church just looking to help out. Where should I meet you? Should I meet you over at ER? Should you come here? Do I need to go get, what needs to happen? In those moments when somebody that I love or cares for is going through something, oh man, I get angry. Because I wish I could have controlled it. I wish I could have prevented it in that moment. If only in that moment, a text message would have come to me. Hey, I'm heading back into the building where I was. Should I run quickly on the ice potentially, or should I walk slowly? I wish I was consulted in that moment to somehow to somehow micromanage things and control things. But that's not life, is it? I'm just like you. When something happens to somebody or I'm going through something, it stinks. It's horrible. You don't want it to happen. Neither do I. But my preferences, your preferences, they don't change reality, do they? No. My wants, my wishes, certainly don't change the character of God or how He chooses to work in spite of. Sure, I can complain and I can grumble against a God who would allow painful things to come my way. God, why did you allow this to happen in this moment? God, why are you allowing this to happen in this moment? Church, let's be real here. For most of us here, again, this is real life for us as we're in a time right now when we're interceding and crying out for our senior shepherd. Coming alongside in a very real moment. Some of you here, I know your stories. Some of you have even been willing to share them again today. We can complain and grumble against the God who would allow somehow these painful things. Or I can be thankful and take hope. Somehow rejoice because God is with me. Amen. God is with you. Yes. Even waiting to use you during the hardest times of your life. Maybe it's very trivial. Maybe it's very